always forget that my mic is live. Welcome to Wednesday, Workshop Wednesday. I haven't been here in a while. It's not every Wednesday, I guess, but I'm going to try. Oh, and the lights aren't on. One sec. Technical difficulties. Oh, that might be better. Hi, I'm AC. This is Dank RC's YouTube channel, and this is Wednesday Workshop. And it's 2023. Happy New Year. My glasses are dirty now that I can see through these very bright lights. Oh, I just wasted 2 of these. We are going to still be working on this darn combat wings because I am very inefficient. I don't even remember exactly where we are, but I think that we have wired up the lights and all the electronics. And we were about ready to maybe do some work on the actual physical plane, so I should probably plug in the glue gun. Here in the workshop there's been a few changes, not much, but I built another bench, so there's 16 feet of flat surface along that side over there for me to put stuff, and that's where all the combat wing stuff is over there. Planes stacked up back there. My printer that I scavenged over there. Shelving for parts and projects. That's been done. So it wasn't like I didn't do anything. I have this is for both of my hobbies. My electronics, well, any hobby that I have that's electronics based. This is a hot air rework station, I guess you'd call it. I haven't actually used it yet, although I fired it up. I did use it to test, but no, I haven't used it for a real project. I'm going to use this here too. Let's see what else is happening. Oh, I have actually notes for news, because I'm always like, what's the news? And there's no news. Might move this camera a little bit. What's going on with it? I don't know. It's the lighting. The light is pointed the wrong way over here. Let me just point it. Sorry. This is very high tech. Very high tech. Dogs are barking. I hope I don't have to take doggies out. That was something that didn't get done before this started. I think I'm going to go back to 9 o'clock. For 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half if I get stressed. Or if I have to take the dogs out or something. Let's see if we can get my glasses clean. Okay, well, what's happening? Of course, everyone is talking about the HD0 goggles. And not that anyone is listening to what I have to say about them, but I say that I am very impressed with what I've seen so far. And I don't think it's all hype. I think that they really are good, and that is way the way that the HD0 goggles are being implemented, and the way that Carl, the dude this is his project basically. I can't remember his last name right now. The way that he has made it open source, I am all in on that. I think he doesn't, from what I understand, he doesn't even really want to make the goggles. What we got going on? Oh, that's what we got going on. He just wants to make the hardware, the chips, the Divi Math. That's the company, really, I think. Anyway, I don't care. I love the whole idea of the way they've done it with releasing the step files and everything for the designs, releasing source code. I don't know if they've actually done that, but they are going to do it, and I believe if they haven't done it already that they are. I don't know what I'm talking about, but Obviously, I'm not like an actual real YouTuber like the people that I watch. So, there we go. I think it's great. I think that I wish I could fork out the money for the pre-order. I would do it if I could. But, you know, it's like $500, and so I don't just have $500 sitting around for stuff like that. So I'm going to have to wait it out, and it's probably maybe best not to jump in anyway, but it doesn't matter. I mean, because with these, you're kind of got at least some insurance, unlike the other, the Fat Shark, Walk Snail, whatever, the poorly marketed and poorly branded Fat Shark goggles are they're not suitable for analog. These are, and not only that, but they actually improve the analog. So they're basically from what everybody's saying, is that they're the best analog goggles that you can buy, even though they're not designed to be analog goggles. So you do have to buy a little adapter thing that goes on the side. I'm all in. If I had, you know, $500 sitting around, I'd be pre-ordering right now. So one thing I wanted to mention that I have in my handy dandy notes here is that Tweet FPV has a teardown video. I think it's not very old, so just look at his channel, Tweet FPV. And at 3 minutes into the teardown is when he actually takes it apart. And the only reason he took it apart was because of he thought he had messed up the antenna mount on one of them by knocking into it and maybe cracking a solder joint or something. But it doesn't matter. Apparently it wasn't cracked. Doesn't matter. He still tore it down in the video at 3 minutes. And another thing about that is that you can really see that, excuse me, once again, I can't breathe. I gotta breathe. Oh, okay. You can see it's well constructed. It's a well designed goggle. It's very simple and easy to take apart, and I'm judging from the video, easy to take apart and easy to reassemble. I don't know if you've watched any Joshua Bardwell's old videos of him disassembling Fat Shark goggles, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty. These are way better than that experience from what I could tell in the video that I watched. Okay, number 2 is Ready Made RC has planes back in stock. So I still haven't been flying just because I don't have any excuses except to say that I've been doing things that I've been having to do, like do this workbench over here. I recently acquired a very old and very broken pickup truck, and I've been trying to get it so that it's suitable for use. So, you know, like transmissions and oil change and cleaning it, and the air filter and the whole air filter assembly. I had to do a bunch of stuff. Anyway, had to do that. Had to do other things. Still haven't flown. There's been some perfect days, perfect flying days. Nothing's been flown by me, sad to say. But back to Ready Made RC, they have their old planes are back in stock. The Goblin, another plane called the Goblin. Maybe theirs was the first. I don't know. But Goblin planes are one, and they're everywhere. Anyway, they're one name that I don't think anybody should name their plane a Goblin. But, okay. Including the Anaconda, the big drone-like plane, and a new plane. Oh, and I was going to have it pulled up, and I don't. It's like maybe they had it before. I don't know. Okay, so that's that. Very excited about that they have these planes back in stock. Not that I'm going to buy them. I'm not, because I'm, like I said, not buying goggles and not buying planes. But it's good to see that this is happening. I don't know how they're doing the P&P planes with the FAA rules now, but everybody's still selling planes, so good on them. And, you know, to the FAA, I'm like, you know, it's like, you know, that you can build yourself a real flying airplane, an ultralight, in your basement, if you can get it out, and fly it without any, like as in Class G airspace, and not have any regulation. There's more regulation on these planes over here in the United States than there is on an ultralight. Unbelievable. Just never, it just boggles the mind. I mean, I'm kind of glad that you can just build yourself an ultralight and fly it without the government. But I think I should be able to build a plane out of foam board without the government too. There's plenty of stuff for the government to do. Hey, Kevin. Kevin's in the house. Hi, Kevin. Greetings. I'm ranting. I'm not building. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm ranting. Anyway, so ready-made RCs, old planes back in stock again. That's very exciting. And the third item that I have on my handy-dandy notebook is the Atom RC Swordfish, which I've mentioned before on the previous live streams. I mean, this is not, my news is not fresh, like fresh lettuce. This is old stuff. This is wilted news. Wilted news. Anyway, the plane is $155 shipped. And that's just a kit. That's not a P&P. That's not almost ready to fly. That's kit. So no motors, no ESCs, no propellers, no servos, nothing. No receiver, nothing. Well, yeah. So that's expensive. If you go on atomrc.com, that seems to be the cheapest place to get it. $155. Is anybody? It seems like an awesome plane, but $155. Holy crap for some foam. That's like how much the what did I just buy? The Drac, the Nano Drac. I mean, that's, I can't believe the foam is as good as the right wing foam. AliExpress has it for $89.62, the Swordfish, but $70.53 shipping. So it's really not $80. They're bullshitting you. So it ends up to be $5 more than Atom RC. The best. So there's like 10 people that have it on. Oh, good. Watching while you do work stuff. Okay. I'm doing work stuff too. Work play stuff. Cool. So, anyway, I'd love to get my hands on that plane. And if it was like maybe $70, I could figure out how to swing it this month, maybe, somehow, sort of, kind of. Okay, the news is done. On the workshop are these FPV Combat Wings. And so what do we have done? Let's assess our situation, because to be honest, I haven't, TBH as the kids say, I haven't done that. So we do have one set of wings, and in the break time between the New Year and the Christmas, and since the last live stream, which was I think December 21st, I realized that this wing wasn't supposed to be mine. It's number 1. It's got the 1 stripe. The wings with the 2 or 3 stripe was supposed to be mine, and Kevin or Andy were supposed to get number 1, and Kevin or Andy were supposed to get number 2, and I was going to get number 3. I didn't want to be number 1. But I'm number 1, and I'm not really number 1 in anything, so I'm going to be number 1 in the 1 stripe department of the planes. And the other plane, like this one here, this one will have 2 stripes, and so on and so forth. So, and the wing with 3 stripes. Here's the one with 3 stripes. So I'm going to do the bottoms the same, red and yellow. I think I should do the bottoms the same. Should I? I don't know. But I'm doing the bottoms the same. They're all, this side is red. Oh, no, black. Maybe I'm not doing the bottoms the same. Interesting. Okay, well, these two are red and mine is black. See, I've done it different. That's another thing I didn't want to do. But those are minor things. They have nothing to do with flying the plane. I am going to have to figure out a time with Kevin and Andy to do their receivers. And I haven't quite figured out logistically how to sort that out. And so I can't really build their wings until I do that because the receiver's embedded in the wing and I've got to decide how we're going to do that. I was thinking we'd have a workshop day, not live stream or anything probably, but of course, but have them come over here and do it one day. I don't know. But anyway, it's getting close to spring already. These were supposed to be last spring and we were supposed to go camping and we didn't go camping and we obviously didn't fly these planes. So where are we now? Let's figure it out. I think we should, I think we're ready to put it together. I glued in the laser gun. I think it's the FPV system next. Oh, and this one light that I didn't glue in. Okay, so let's turn on the glue gun. Whoops, getting in front of the camera. Oh, I made some further infrastructure improvements in here too. I have a new plug strip down below. So I'm not running out of plugs all the time when I'm working on stuff. Sometimes I even bring stuff home from work, like I'll bring a computer home that I can't fix and I'll put it here and I'll take the whole thing apart. And it's just stuff that I wouldn't have time to do at work. And then I run out of, like I have put a monitor up and stuff and I don't have enough plugs, but now I have a strip underneath here. The next improvement I want to do is underneath all the workbenches I want to have lighting, like LED strips. I've got some LED strippage in the storage over there. Okay, so FPV, let's get out our stuff. Let's plan that part of it before we get too far down the road. I think we can, I think also since I've got all this like this, I should probably plug it in. Robert's in the house. Robert just got home from work. And, well, Robert, you are a hard-working man, working late, as always. Yeah, I think I should figure out how to hook this back up. So let's get the, how much snow do you got up there, Robert? There are places in the nearby environs of Kansas that have very large amount of snow. I'm moving my hot air station here, so I can unplug it from back there. I'll just set it on the floor over here, and I'm going to move the soldering station too. And I can just set that right on the ground now that I have this new plug sorted out. Very handy. And I have like a silicone, this hot air station came with this little mat. It's, I guess, probably good, except that it collects dirt. It's one of those like silicone mats that every crumb in the world sticks to it. And there's a lot of crumbs around here. Sometimes I eat while watching YouTube at my little workstation here. Okay, so let's get this camera in gear. I need to make this so it's straight like that. Okay. Get this underneath here. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Things are working. 2.5 feet. Holy smokes. We have nothing. We have nothing on the ground here. We have no snow. It rained like crazy for the last, well, it stopped maybe around noon today, but it rained a lot before then for like a day, half a day. Okay, here's the Caddx ant. Do I really? Oh yeah. Okay, so we have a short one for this. And just like Andy said, it doesn't stay twisted. So this is going to be rear facing. Should we have rear facing? What do you think? That's, I think, what we were going to do. Oh, the other thing I think we forgot is the beeper for the flight controller, which I have here. So we're going to have to do some soldering. And, okay, the front camera is, where is it? The front camera is going to be the Runcam Phoenix 2 Nano. It's a very highly acclaimed camera from back in the day when we first bought all this stuff. You know, Kevin, if you're still out there, it was really good that we got all this stuff, even though I didn't build it because I was going to say lazy. I'm not lazy because I do a lot of stuff, but disorganized, didn't get it done. Anyway, I think it's good that we didn't have to buy all this stuff now. Holy smokes. Okay, so now we need a wiring harness for the front camera. So that's what next thing I think we need to build. And you know, another thing I just realized that I haven't been doing is recording some of the lengths of the wiring harnesses. The first group of wiring harnesses I have all written down, like how long. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4 inches long. So 120 millimeters or so. Okay, so wiring harness for the beeper, wiring harness for the camera, for camera number 1. That's what we'll do. Let's do it. Finally getting to the workshop part of Workshop Wednesday. Thanks, Kevin. Okay, so we will do the camera in yellow. And yellow is not, that must be the last color I have left on the 28. No, this one. Yep, last color, yellow. So we'll do yellow and black and, oh, I have to find it. Holy smokes, where's the connector? Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there is the reason is I definitely don't, oh, I'm on the wrong camera. Wrong camera. I definitely don't have that connector. I don't have any more of those. So we're going to have 3 of these connectors because we got 3 of these cameras. Okay, so this connector I'm going to have to take and let's look at what we have here. In fact, we can switch it back. Is it even in focus? Focus! Oh man, this webcam, Logitech. It's not in focus. I'm so sorry. 5 from the edge, 5-volt ground, video, ground again, and menu. Oh yes, menu. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this connector is I'm going to cut this one and leave that one. That way we can program the thing. So we'll cut this one. And this is where we will solder on to the we need to get the soldering iron going. Yep, changing gears again. Okay, so we will put this up there. And here. And here. Okay. And then we're going to take those wires and solder them to these wires. Yellow, red, I think Tweet FPV does builds live on Livestream. I think I was talking about him earlier before you were here, Robert, but he's got a tear down of the not purposely, but it ended up being a teardown of the HD0 goggles. Anyway, okay, so we're going to go, the camera goes over here in this corner. And the camera goes into, or comes out of, the flight controller. So we just have to go that far. So we're going to make the wires, I'm saying this out loud in inches because that's what I have measuring here. Oh, I could do it in millimeters if I get my millimeter measurer. Here we go. We are going to use some 170 millimeters of wire. Okay, 170 millimeters of wire. I'm going to put this aside. And we need to prepare the soldering. So you're building an big RC hovercraft. Bought a whole bunch of those connectors off of Amazon. Oh, these little ones? What are they called? I've got like the big ones, PH. That's what I'm saying. Like, what are they called? I call these JST PH. And then I guess maybe I have some from that kit from Ready Made RC. Oh, I've lost the red wire, but I'm not sure. Okay, so we're going to take this. We're going to turn on the soldering iron. Put that aside. We need some water, some distilled water. Put that on there, just a wee bit. I usually use a little bottle. See if that's enough. So, is it 3D printed? You're one of his moderators. Of course you are, Robert. Of course you are. Well, the only thing I don't like about Tweet FPV's live streams builds is that that's too much water now. Music in the background. The music in the background. All these live streamers that have all the freaking music in the background, it's so distracting. I mean, maybe this is like, I know this is like watching paint dry or something. And then you have to have something to break the monotony, I guess. That's what it is. Oh, we got the wrong camera again. While I rant, I should have the rant cam. The music in the background. I just don't understand why everybody has to have the music going in the background. Is it me? JST style. Yeah, but which JST style? No, on the 3D printed. Yeah, The parts. You're making some 3D printed parts for the body of the, like the hovercraft. I've seen some, the reason I asked about the 3D printing was that I've seen some cool 3D printed hovercraft. Now, what do they do with the motor? How is it hovering? Well, I guess I'm asking myself that question. I don't remember. Okay, let's get back to work. I'm rambling. And I'm telling you, though, I've stopped watching, like, I can't stand to have it going on. The music, going. It's like, dun, 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 dun. It's like sometimes it's like a rave party or something. And I'm like, I'm so old. I would have done the rave thing if I would have been the right age at the right time, probably. But no, I'm not doing it now. Oh my God. These wires are so skinny that come off of this Ant Nano. That's horrible. I wish I could make my own connector. Okay, so what are we going to need? We're going to need to strip this. I'm going to have to get my super high magnification glasses. Yeah, the younger crowd, I get it. I'm sure. The younger crowd that has a serious case of attention deficit disorder or something. But I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do the music. I can't watch it. It's kind of like there's certain things I just can't do in this world, and that's one of them. And it's always going to be one of them. So sometimes I watch like a specific part because I know he's doing something I want to see him do, and I'll bear through it. But otherwise, that's it. But like today, he did this is so skinny, 30, I don't even know if I can strip it. Oh, I got it stripped. 30 gauges seems like it's too big for this wire. Here, we'll switch it. We'll see if we can get anything in focus. But I'm trying to strip these like so I can solder new wires onto them. And it's not working very easily. Up there. Ah! It just stuck into my thumb. I have a crack in my thumb that hasn't healed in like over a year. Another thing that happens when you get old. You can't do live streams with music, and you can't. There we go. We got those stripped. They're so tiny. Now we're going to twist them. And they're very hard to twist. Here, I'm switching back. Yeah, so I have this like callus in my thumb, and it's like a little crack on either side of it. And it's from, I got a piece of copper wire stuck in there in my thumb, and I couldn't get it out. And my whole life, whenever that's happened to me, like your skin, like your body, like pushes it out. Or breaks it. Like if it's a piece of wood, it'll break it up and just digest it. And it has happened to me before. But this time, I couldn't get it out. And then it just made this like bump. Anyway, it sucks. It sucks to get old, but what's the alternative, right? Okay, we are ready to go on that end. So now we're going to use our little... No, we're going to use our block of wood because I'm just thinking my sticky, gooey stuff isn't going to stick to that. So we are going to... Camera's pointed way over there. High camera pointed way over there. We're going to solder on these wires onto these wires. And we'll try to do it on a camera that you can see. I'll see what he's got going on here. Yeah, I do. You're right. I always have a YouTube video playing, and that's what bums me out about the music. Is I'd rather I just have some guy rattling around in this toolbox or something. Because like, what if you don't like the music? You know, or I don't know. He is a genius. You're right. I'm reading your comments, obviously. Put oh, you got a cure for my. Put polysporin on it and wrap it in duct tape. Oh, really? Okay. You have a cure for everything. Holy crap. Okay, I'll try that. Yeah, anyway, I don't want to rant about Tweet FPV because I obviously like his channel. And I like him. I like his, I mean, I like his, I like the stuff that he does. That's what bums me out about the music thing. Is I actually like watching. I don't mind everything else. I like everything else. Not even that I don't mind it, I like it. But anyway, oh well. So, I'm going to have very limited options when it comes to, oh, what am I doing? YouTube live stream builds like that, because especially if dude's into quads, that's what the younger kids are doing. I mean, let's face it, the younger kids are not sitting around building planes. They're just not. Maybe in younger English-speaking American types, North Americans aren't. There are young people in the Asia and stuff that I've seen do live stream plane builds without music, but they're in a foreign language. Okay, oh, I got to change glasses. That's what I'm trying to do. Glasses. Okay, we'll go to the solder cam. And he's more I mean, everything about what he does is way more organized and better, and I strive to kind of do what he does, but I don't strive to do what he does, and I've actually talked about that. I wish I had the time to do that, I wish I had the time to strive to do what he does. I'm not saying I'd be able to. Same with RC video reviews. John, I guess, yeah. So you probably know Tweet FPV's real name. Dan. Is that his name? Dan. Dan's a pretty cool guy. He's not afraid to answer stupid questions. Yeah, that's one of the things I like about him. He's nice to everybody. He doesn't have an attitude. I certainly have an attitude, so I can appreciate somebody who doesn't and lets things, yeah. Like I said, I do. I like him. Okay, we're going to do this one. Try to strip these on camera. Strippage over here. This ones are 28, so I usually do like 26 or 24 because they're nice soft covers. Like so. Yeah, he's organized. He's got a cool workshop. He's got a lot of knowledge. He can speak in a more in an articulate fashion about things. Good traits all. Good traits. And he's built a community. He's got a Discord, I'm pretty sure. I like to win the lottery or something. Of course, you got to play the lottery, and I don't do that. But okay, so then I could retire and then do the social media thing. Hang out with all the peeps. Talk about airplanes and quads. Hovercraft. Oh, the other battery's done. The other battery. Okay. So I'm on the last legs of my whoops. Uh-oh. Almost knocked this off. Hold on. Rearranging things for a second, folks. Just a second. Here. Okay. Discord. Oh, is it a good place to buy quads? Oh, that's interesting. Well, I am sure that you are very helpful to those newbies, those young newbies out there, when you have a chance in that community, because you're a very helpful person and you have tons of knowledge yourself. So there you go. That's where I lack, is I just don't have the time, or maybe one would say I don't dedicate the time. I don't prioritize that in my life, and I don't, because I have a certain number of things I have to do, and I have to get them done. Okay, there's the red one. Does that look good? No, it looks like crap. So let's fix that. That was not a good joinery session. Let's try that again. Ah, what a mess. What a mess. I don't know if you can see that on camera. That's better, I think. That was a mess for a second there. You're only as good as you want to be. So that's basically what I was saying too. Yeah, you prioritize. You're as good at what you know, I'm good at some things that I spend my prioritize in my life. I'd say I'm okay at those things. I have somehow created situations in which I am over committed, like at work. So I can't necessarily, but yet, going back to what you just said, that's somebody else in my position might not have let themselves get put into a position where they're overcommitted. That's a nice one right there. So these are the things you do in life. Everybody has their personalities. Oh, I've lost the black one. There it is. And they work in their own certain ways. And you hope that you get to deal with people that you can mesh with well, I guess, especially in your work life where you got to deal with that to make a living. And for the most part, I think I got a good work situation. Oh, that one looks like crap. I'm going to try to redo this one. Let's get some more. I wish I had a better camera up here, folks, but that's going to be a while the way things are going. I just confirmed all my the deets on my trip to Boulder in July 1 through 5. There, I'm telling the world where I'm going to be, like anyone cares. We're going there primarily to get the dogs away from all the fireworks. Here, I got to do this one all over. So what do we have to do? We have to get some more solder on there. Clean this tip. Well, thanks. Yeah, I think I have some mad computer skills. I certainly, of the group of people that I'm in, my friends and family and stuff, I'm definitely the most proficient in the computer world than in any of them. Okay, and we're going to have to live with that one. This one's going to be on my plane, so if it disconnects, we'll have to have better quality control for the... No, actually, those are all okay. They're not going to be strained. They're not cracked. They're shiny. They're not cold joints, so they're going to be good. Okay. So let's get some heat shrinkage on them. Oh, would this be a good time to try out the hot air station to do the heat shrinkage? I don't know. We're getting this out of the way for a second. I think we should. Let's do. This is a workshop Wednesday. My plan for this whole live stream all along was just for me to do what I would normally do in the workshop, but on a live stream. Okay, which one does it go into? This one. Okay, here we go. Got the hot air station. The hot air station. And we can put this back. Has very simple controls on the front of it. It's just, I've never had one of these before, but it's got on-off switch, and it's got a temperature up and down button, and it's got 3 temperature settings, or 3 channels they're calling it, so you can have like 3 memory slots for 3 different temperatures. And then, am I even in the picture? No. Yeah, let's get it more that way. Okay, let's just don't get the light in the picture. There we go. Anyway, it's kind of cool. And this is the fan speed. So how much does it blow? Is that right there? And the fan is built into the little wand. And I also got an extra set of the ones that are angled. Thinking of live streams, I was thinking that I could get this under the camera without blocking the camera. That's actually what I was thinking. And when you put it on the cradle, it turns off, supposedly, or at least it slows down. It cools down, I should say, and the fan keeps going so it doesn't burn. So we'll try that out to do the heat shrinkage, but that tip is not the correct tip. And I think I have the tips in one of these drawers. And it also came with a whole bunch of tips. So let's get a big one, like this big. But like I said, I bought these angled ones. Where are they? Uh-oh. Oh. Are they in here too? Oh yeah, here. We'll put this big angled one on. All right. Okay. Yep, let's do that. Sorry, we're going to do it. I have a hot air gun right there, but we're just doing this. I want to try this out. Yeah, and I first saw somebody use one of these. It was Arrow FPV. And I think that's how you say it. And he does a whole bunch of repairs. I've talked about him in the past. Okay, let's hope there's some of those little square nuts in here. Yeah, there are a few. Come on out, little square. There comes one. Okay. Back in the drawer, it also came with the 2 pairs of tweezers. Little one has a little bend in it, one is straight. Came with that blue silicone pad. The angled ones it didn't come with. I put those on myself. Okay. I bought those myself at Amazon. So this was only like, I say. I mean, rework stations are in the, like $1,000, some of them. Oh my God, the threads on this screw are barely non-existent. So let's put this on. I hope we're in view here. And then try it out. But the thing I'm building the Cessna panel for my flight simulator. So I have some boards that I had built at JLC PCB. MR Rusk boards. If you're into flight sim, you probably, he's got like a, I don't think he has a YouTube channel. Okay, we're turning this on. Let's go to channel 1. It's in Celsius, so we want it down. Channel 1 will be like the heat shrink setting. So we can go down to, we'll go 250. We'll go 200. No, 250. 253, it stopped there. Okay, that's good enough. And we'll say channel 1. Fan speed up high. And then when you lift this off, it will turn on. So let's get the heat shrink on there. Oh, what did I say? This is a Yeehaw. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! That's what it is. I don't know what it's supposed to. It's a Yeehaw 959D. It's funny, it's got the same numbers as my RC cars. The cheap-ass WL Toys 959. That's a car that I have. No, we need more heat shrink than that. I like those cheap-ass WL Toys cars, man. Those are fun. Maybe as much fun, no, almost as much fun as a hovercraft. What's going on in the chat here with Robert? Hot air's good. Yes, it is. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's going to be a pretty cool little tool. I'm excited. We're going to try it out. We're going to heat shrink these. This is not really the task I got it for, of course. I have a hot air gun for that. Okay, I'm cutting the heat shrink off. Oh, I'm on that camera. Okay, we're going to put this on camera here and get this junk out of the way. Get this out of the way. Put some heat shrinkage on here. Get all 3 of them on, and I'm just going to blast it right down on the wood and see what happens. That way I don't have to hold it in the air like I do with the hot air gun. Yellow one. I guess the heat shrink is a little too long for what I need, but let's stick this here and stick that there so I don't melt any plastic. Okay. See, it turned on. That is as fast as the fan goes. So it's less. Oh, look at that though. Woohoo! Shrinking it right up there. How nice. There we go. And then when you put it back on the stand, it's still going, but the temperature's going down. Then when it hit 100 degrees Celsius, it turned the fan off. So for a cheap ass thing that it costs like 80 bucks? I think it costs 80 bucks. It does pretty good. There's its first official usage for an actual project. Now, I need to reconfigure my work area here for this stuff. I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do. But anyway. Okay. Now we have to do the same thing for the... so we have... Oh. Now this end, we got to put crimpage things on here for the... Yep, let's do that. That's the next part. Sockets and connectors. Really handy for changing yes, MOSFETs on an ESC. So like I said, I was originally inspired by Lilu FPV. That's when the first time I actually looked at hot air stations on the interwebs. And that's when I saw, like, all the ones I was looking at were like $1,000. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it costs $1,000 to blow hot air on something. excuse me, through a nozzle. I am thirsty. I made myself a bacon turkey wrap for dinner, and I guess that turkey, that processed turkey is, yeah, but not to mention the bacon, super salty. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a vegetarian, clearly. Okay, so we're going to do some twisting here. Yeah, so $80 I think it's what it costs for the Yeehaw 959D. Now can these things up? Remember the nice solder joint I said was good? I broke it. Let's see what happened here. Oh my goodness, how embarrassing. Where is it? Oh, it didn't break the solder joint. It broke there. Look at that. Oh, camera view. Camera view. It broke. This wire is too thin, Run Cam. Who built this camera? Run Cam. Come on, Run Cam. What's up with that wire? Come on, people. Don't be doing that. I hate when people skimp on something. I mean, charge me a couple dollars more and put decent wire in the damn thing. Holy smokes. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's solder this up. Let's fix this end of this wire. There, we can reuse that. And not silicone. Yes, I agree. They put this cheap ass plastic wire on there. I mean, come on. They know they don't they are in the center of where all this silicone wire is made. It all comes from China too. They don't have any excuse not to source this stuff properly. Okay, let's get rid of that. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Oh, yes, you can. I got my big sleeve in the way. Things aren't arranged properly today. I'm gonna have to rearrange. I gotta work out this workbench thing again. I've gotten a little lazy. See, if I had started at 8, I would be finishing right now. So I'm glad I started at 9. So I'm just getting going. Okay. Is it even soldering? Yes, it is. It's sucking up solder. Okay. Yeah, they Run Cam puts on these cheap-ass wires. It's like, come on. I'm buying a camera. I need to connect the camera to something. Don't give me cheap-ass wires. Or use a connector that is like, well, you said you bought a bunch of these. Do they already have wires attached, or do you have to attach wires to them? And if they already have wires attached, are they decent wires like we've been talking about, or are they shitty wires like we've been talking about? Okay, I'm going to redo this one. Yeah, this rework station definitely takes away, even though it's very compact, it definitely takes away from the space on the desk here. Oh, the other thing I want to get a rework is the through hole sucker. Yeehaw makes some of those too. They make the 969 or something. They have another number, and it's got a soldering iron and a solder sucker, like a motorized solder sucker. Heated. It's like a solder tip. Okay, here we go. We're going to Stick this on like that, and then we're going to put this back here so to keep this plastic away. And we'll just lift the handle up, and it turns on. I don't have to touch anything. Just lift the handle up. That is cool. I like that. I likey. Okay. And then we'll put this back on there. And then it immediately temperatures down. The temperature goes down to 100, and then it shuts the fan off. That is nice. Very nice. Okay. Let's hope that that one holds for more than 5 minutes. So here we go again. We'll twist these up. And we hope we don't break anything. And then I've probably made it too short after all this. No, it's plenty long. Plenty long. 170 millimeters, I think is what I said. That should be written down on my cheat sheet in that box there. Because I haven't made these wiring harnesses for any of the... Okay, so now we've got it all kind of twisted. And I would say the twisting exercise, which is mostly just me trying to keep the wires neat and clean, I think it really does matter for video. So now we have here uneven wires, which is why I wanted to do the twisting first. Oh crap, I see another problem. The heat shrink moved. Do you see that? Damn it. The heat shrink moved. Or I didn't shrink it on in the right spot. Or the heat shrink is just too big for these little ass wires. Okay, we're just going to deal with it like that. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another piece of heat shrink over the top of the whole thing. Definitely not that size. Maybe this size. Because it's going to be right next to where the battery is. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Cut this down just a little bit. And then stick it on there. There we go. Now let's get our little heat gun again. I like this heat gun. Heat gun. Rework station. Here we go, rework station. Oh yeah. We likey the rework station. Okay, put it back in its little place. And it turns off. Very nice. We will be utilizing that little tool in many projects. Okay. That is done. That only took how long? They have wire. They have wires attached and they're long. Yeah, sometimes they're wires attached and they're short. Oh, you're answering my question about the, yes, what they have. And are they quality wires? That's my next question. They have wires attached and they're long. You should, is it on Amazon? If you ever find it, shoot me a link. if you have the time. I'm not demanding that you shoot me a link. No, I'm not demanding anything. Not in the position to demand. Okay, wings. I keep feeling like I'm going to bash into you. So you're going over here for a second. And we have to build the wiring harness for the buzzer next. Oh, and we have to put the end. We haven't finished this wiring harness. Let's finish this. Finish what you start. So we're going to clip off these other two wires here. Back to this close-up cam. We'll clip off these two wires. And we will get our doohickeys. We're running out of these things. It's going to be time to dial up old Palulu on the interwebs again. Because these things are just so invaluable. Okay, strippage, strippage, strippage. Camera. Okay, we need to strip just a little bit off. Pay attention to what you're doing. We're doing this. Then we're going to stick it in here. Like so. Then we're going to do the little pinchy. Then we are going to get it in here. Okay, this is where I need to change to my super ultra high mag glasses. I'll try to get it under the camera and see at the same time. I hope that turned out. That's one. Strippage, strippage, strippage. 26. 26, and we're going to strip off about 3 millimeters, right like that. Then we're going to put it in here. I should twist it. I forgot to twist the last one. Uh-oh. Forgot to twist the last one. Then we stick it in there. Oh, there is a piece of wire astray, but we'll see if it stays astray. It got captured. That looks good. I hope I'm doing all this under this camera. I'm trying, folks. I'm trying to do it under the camera. 2.5 feet of snow. I just keep thinking about that. 2.5 feet of snow. I don't think that's ever going to happen here again. That we have had that much snow on the ground at one time since I moved here in 1993. But the climate really has changed, and it really has, winters especially. The summers haven't changed that much, but the winters have. Okay, I think we have 3 good things, and I probably didn't get them on the camera, but those are the 3, and now we have to have our little, oh, I thought I had it, but that's 4. So I need to find Hey, see you later. Hit the hay. Had a super long day. Yeah. Tomorrow. Oh, he has a super long day tomorrow. Hey, you have a great week and a great weekend too, Robert. See you later if you're still there. And I appreciate you coming to visit me, as always. This one has also 4. Okay, this one has 3. And the order and the flight controller is, oh, where is it? Need the super high mag glasses again. Camera 1. Camera 1, then power, then ground. That's how it goes. So, now we're going to put this aside. We're going to be ending this pretty soon. Oh, no, we're not. We're going for 40 more minutes. 45 more minutes. Maybe we're only going to go for 15 more minutes. We'll see. But we'll see. Depends on what you say in the chat, folks. Nobody says anything in the chat. Okay, so we're going to have yellow. Let's see if I can get it in there. And use our little handy dandy tool. Oh, you know what? That one is no good. Oh dear, folks. That one is no good. Look at it. That's what happens when you have it too far out. Let's see these other ones. Let's try this one in the middle. Red goes in the middle. Okay, that one's okay. All right, we're going to fix this one. So we're going to cut this one off. We're going to re-strip it. $26. I'll show you what I did wrong. What I did wrong was first of all, let's pinch this, then I'll show you what I did wrong. I had it too far out, too far towards this side. So you have to have it in more. So when you see the edge of it, it needs to be in like by about 1 millimeter. See there, that's better. Okay. Let's get this all twisted. And we get it stuck in. Still not going in. There we go. Get a positive click. You want to hear that positive click. There we go. There's our connector. It's a little bit wonky at the end there, but it'll be all right. Okay. Now, we're going to plug both the cameras in. I'm going to start plugging in the electronics as we finish them, so I stop forgetting about what's been done and what hasn't been done. We have 2 cameras. We have camera 1 and camera 2. The cameras get plugged into the flight controller, and the camera 1 is the one most to the right side of the airplane. At least the way I have the flight controller oriented, which is the correct way according to the documentation without giving any rotation commands in the configurator. This is camera 2, which is a Caddx Ant, and it has a short cable because we're only going like back here. Doink! So this one goes here. And it looks like we have the VTX. Oh, that's the LED. Okay, so that's the LED. Where's the VTX cable? Oh, the VTX cable goes... This goes to the VTX. So this goes... We're going to go right here. To this side. This is the smart audio for the VTX. So that comes directly to the flight controller, but the signal for the VTX goes, I have signal and ground going to the flight controller. Alright, now what do we have? This goes to the front camera. So this goes to the front camera, this goes to the rear camera, this goes to the VTX, these go to the LEDs, these go to the trigger and to the, one goes to the shaker. Yeah. So the servo, one servo is going to get plugged into here, and one servo is going to get plugged into the flight controller. This servo, which one is this one? Yeah. So the green wire goes to in, yep. So the other servo is going to get plugged into right here. And then we have one servo port open. And the only other piece of electronics, here's the sensor, is the buzzer. There's a buzzer on the FPV Combat board here, but we're also going to put a buzzer on the flight controller. So what we have to do with the buzzer on the flight controller is begin to work with this little buzzer here. And we only need a short bit of wire. So we'll use the 28 gauge wire again. Where did I put it? Right here. I set it aside. And we'll use the 28 gauge red and black for the buzzer. We already have a whole bunch pulled out. We don't need to pull any more out. We'll just cut some off. We're going to cut we'll cut 100 millimeters off. about 100 millimeters. I think that's about 110 actually. 110 millimeters. Okay. Then we're going to tin up these bits here. And we'll put some strippage on the wires. Without Robert, the chat is just silent. Silent. It's because I don't tell anybody about this live stream. So no one knows it exists, number one. And number two, it's probably too boring for most mere mortals to want to pay attention to. Turn the hot air gun off. We'll do some tonnage on this. And some tonnage on this. That one's not sticking very well. Yeah, got some on there. Okay. So now, plus, that's the red one. That's going to be this one. Get some solder on here. And let's just get it attached. Like that. That's good. Black one. Looks good. Now I turned off the rework station and it needs to be on. Channel 1. 253. Okay. Now let's take this and cut that little chip off there. And let's get some more heat shrink on here. I wonder, do I have any smaller heat shrink? Let's see. Oh, there's one unopened here. No, that might be the smallest I have. 3/32. That's a shame. I need to get some smaller heat shrink. Try that though. Okay, and we'll put this on here. We'll put this one on here. There we go. Now we will get our... Oh, let's hold on. Let's take this off and the sticker off. Let's just set it right there. There we go. Okay, and we'll put 2 more ends on it. It's hot still. Strip about 3 millimeters off. Give it a little twist. Kevin says, lots of schoolwork, AC. Oh, he's answering my... I'm complaining about nobody chatting. I understand, Kevin. I could be working right now. If I was as serious and as committed a person as you were, I would be working. But most people are better at that than I am. Dedication to their jobs. I'm like, okay, I'm pooped. I should work more today. I only worked actually just about 8.5 hours. And that's less than my normal day, that's for sure. Okay, that's the black one. Well, Kevin, all I have to say is I hope that I can get these planes done and that we can somehow get ourselves on a camping trip away from all the people flying our planes on a nice weekend like we had now. What was that? Has it been 2 years? That was 2 years ago. That was really a cool thing. I have fond memories. I didn't do that in front of the camera, I don't think. Darn it. I am so bad. So bad at being a YouTuber. Okay, so now we're going to try to do this in front of the camera. We're twisting these up. I need to make a twisting machine. Okay. Now I need a twofer. I need a twofer. And I think I need to go to the little boy's room very quickly. I think there's a twofer right there. Nope. Okay, we're going up here in the twofer section. I'm trying to not get out the whole drawer, but I have to get out the whole drawer. Yes, fond memories. I see why Tweet FPV has the music going on, because if you stop, there's just dead silence, radio silence, dead air, as they say in the business. Well, this is not a high-dollar production. And just imagine if I had on music that Kevin hated while he was trying to work. He would be turned off by it and say, screw this, I'm going to go watch a different airplane builder's live stream while I create my... Oh, he's probably not doing his own artwork. He's probably preparing stuff for class. It's going to be my guess. The never-ending quest to teach the young minds. Okay, I did that all off stream. Oh, we're on this camera. There is our buzzer. Now, we will go to the buzzer. Buzzer goes right... Oh gosh, where does it go? Where does the buzzer go? Let's look it up. Oh, here's what we're going to do. Where are we? We're still over there. Okay, so we're not going to pull it up. We're going to go to the menu. We're going to go to this other computer. Because I know I have it on the MacBook here. It is somewhere here. I'm just going to type F411. There it is. Okay, the buzzer is next to the airspeed. Okay, so the buzzer. There, BZ, and then BZ minus is out there on the edge. Okay, so that goes that way. There, we got it. Okay, so that's the flight controller buzzer. And that can go down in here somewhere. I can get it past the... I see what's going on. I'm trying to get it in through this hole on the side of the little print here in the fuselage. There we go. There's the buzzer. So that's going to get glued in, but not until we're ready. Okay. Where are we? We are... I've said this like 3 freaking streams in a row. Oh my God. You'd think I was building like a ship in a bottle or something. Holy smokes. We are at the end of the electronics wiring. I've got the camera. I've got the VTX. I've got the FPV Combat trigger. I've got the FPV Combat sensor. We've got the wiring between the FPV Combat system and the flight controller. We have the rear-facing camera. We have the front-facing camera, which I don't know where the camera is. Where's the camera? I'm going to try to find... Oh, there's the camera. Let's plug that in. So, it's... this way. So the camera's plugged in. Let's make sure the camera fits where it's supposed to. You have to take the lens cap off. Very tight tolerances. And let's make sure that it's orientated the correct way. Oh my God, does it not fit? Oh, there it fits. I want to show you how cool that is. There's the front. Let's get some light on it. So you've got your camera and then your laser pointer. Now Andy and Kevin wanted me to have it right above before they were separated by quite a distance on the front here. I think I had the laser pointer in the middle. The laser, the IR trigger gun, whatever it is. Now it's almost directly above the camera. I probably should have made it directly above the camera, but I wanted to have it as close to the side as possible so it didn't get bashed by the battery. That was my reasoning. Anyway, okay. Wow. So we have the FPV Combat board, and we have the flight controller installed. We have all the lights except this one light needs to be glued in. The camera needs to be glued in. So we're going to glue in the camera. Maybe I should wait. Maybe I should wait until I do the... I'm going to put the lens cap back on it. Wait until I do the, make sure the battery fits and all that. Okay, so I think the next thing is to actually start putting it together. What time is it? That's not going to be enough time, but I think we should try to at least cut the spars. So what I should do is probably clean up the work area because I can't work like this. Oh, and I have to go to the little boys' room, so, oh my gosh. I have to put on the, there's no standby. Hold on. Time out, 1 second. Just stand by for 1 moment, please. Well, that was a fun flight in the summertime. We don't have those. I haven't had one of those fun flights in a long, long time. Okay, I'm back from the boys' room. It's time to clean up this mess quickly and see if we can see where we're at as far as what we're going to do next week, which I am really going to try to get back on my schedule. Not much electronics left in the electronics thing. In fact, there's none. Except, no. There's nothing. There's nothing left. So this bin is pretty much just boxes. FPV Combat is empty. Camera thing. This goes with the cameras. What else do we have going on? We need to now fit the body. So we're going to get this out of the way. Oh my gosh, everything's such a mess. It's amazing how fast your work area can get like messed up. It's still cleaner than Bruce Simpson's work area, always. I don't know how he does anything. He doesn't take the time to do this, that's for sure. And he especially wouldn't do it on a live stream because he cares about his actual video content being quality. And me, I'm just winging it. Okay, we're going to move the fancy hot air station back down here. And the cord is so short. And we have to unplug it. That's why I got to come up with another solution. Like an extension over here that I don't know. I'm thinking of ways to do it. Okay, this goes here. I hurt my thumb today. Damn. I wonder when I did that. I wonder if I did that here today. It's definitely sore in that one spot. Okay, heat shrink. Goes back up here. All the gobbledygooks. Into the trash. This goes on our board. I'm surprised I haven't chipped the corner of this ruler yet. Okay. Here we are. We have our hot glue gun. That's another thing. I think we could plug this in under here, and then it will reach more places. Is that so, or is that really just a fantasy? Yeah, if it goes this way, and then right there. Okay, we're getting close. All right. Now, Kevin and Andy's planes are getting carbon fiber spars. But my plane is just going to have wood spars. Because I don't think I have enough carbon to do all three planes. I thought I did, but it turns out that I don't. So we're going to use a fancy wood spar. I mean, a plain wood spar for my plane. And then this nice carbon fiber spar, which is the same diameter, 8 millimeters. For Kevin and Andy's plane. And that's just what we're going to do. So I need to order more of those spars, is what I need to do. So how we do this is we've already marked on this spar, I believe. Yes, I have. So if I were to follow the markings, I'm going to put this through and make sure that it's no wires are underneath it. And actually the wires could go underneath it. There's space. Yeah, I'm rethinking. Wires will go underneath. That wire will go underneath. The camera wire. What do we have? How many wires do I have going to the front? Oh, that's the LED. Yep, the LED wires will go underneath. Sorry, folks. I'm planning this out as we go, as you can tell. And the camera wires. All three of these wires will go underneath this spar. And then this wire, what is this wire? Oh, that's the trigger. Okay. What the hell? Oh, this is the back one. This is the back spar. That's going to be fun. Yes, we got to get the back spar in because I'm going to do a close-up here of this mess. Which means we kind of got to get all this junk out of here until I get the spar through. And maybe I need to make sure that these wires are underneath the spar. What is this mess? Okay, this is going to get twisted up here. This is this mess. Ah, what a mess. Okay, hold on. This is what's the signal wire to the ESC. That's got to be twisted up. We'll start from this end. We want neat wiring, even though this is way too much wire. The idea is I could cut it off if I really wanted to, or if I need to, and it doesn't stay twisted, which means it's good quality wire. If you really force it, the copper itself will stay bent. Like that. Okay, that's a little bit better. Now, what's the red wire? Oh, I should have twisted the red wire up with it. Whoopsie. I made a mistake. So now I'm just going to twist the red wire around. The red wire we're not using at this point in time. It's a back wire. Battery eliminator circuit. There. Okay. So now let's look at what we got going on here. We want to take this wire and connect it to this. Oh dear. Oh dear, folks. This is why it takes me so freaking long to build an airplane. Grab that. That goes into there. And then I'm going to take a little piece of tape. Across there. Stick it together. There we go. That will help hold it together. Then we'll take this mess and we'll stick it under the spar like that. So that when we put the spar through, those wires will be underneath there. Which will help kind of keep it cleaned up. Then we're just pre-fitting this to see if all this is going to actually fit. The ESC just goes flat down. It's not going to get much cooling. That's going to go in there. And these are going to get stuck down like... these wires are the problem. This goddamn bullet connectors. Yeah, let's go like that. They're going to go like that. There we go. Yep, that's how it's all going to go together. Just like that. Then the top can go on. Let me find the top piece. Oh, and let me test the screwing of the top piece. The screwing of the top. That sounds pretty horrible. Oh my gosh, I don't have a lid. There it is. Okay, so then this guy gets pulled out of here. That goes through there. We're going to glue this on today. That goes like that. So we're going to put a little bit of glue in there. Oh, there's our hot glue gun right here. Okay. We're going to, oops. That fed through. I'm going to put a little dab of glue in there. Here, I'm going to push it through. Push some through. There, okay. Put a little dab of glue right in there. Then take this. There. That's how it goes. Then this goes on here like, oh, this gets sucked through there. Like so. Yep. Okay. Now let's find the screws. I think it was going to be these screws. This kind, but these kinds of screws are so crappy. You have to be very careful with them. So it's going to find a silver version of that. It's going to use the black ones that I have left over for Andy and Kevin's. Use the silver ones that I have for mine. Those are about the same. I'll just put 2 of them in for now. Okay, we're going to put 2 screws in. Now, I have to change to my high mag glasses for this. Okay, I hope this works. Ooh, they're sticking. And we'll try this one first. I could have designed this a little bit better. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm putting a lot of pressure on the end of this screw. To put these screws in, it's pretty important that you have a screwdriver with a twisty top. Okay, that one went in quite well. We're happy with that. I didn't strip it once. See, that what's happening here is that I need more refinement. Oh shit, I didn't cut this thing off. I need more refinement in the hole size. So it's tough to get it started. And I probably should have started with a thinner screw. But I want it to hold. And I noticed with the thinner screws, they can actually pop out. Oh, there goes a strip. So it's important that you use a good screwdriver, like this Wera, and apply a lot of pressure. Of course, do I have this loaded up on the Thingiverse? I don't think so. So that's something I still have to do. Okay, that's going to work, folks. What are we going to do about this cutting situation? What we're going to do is It's this one. We are going to measure the distance between the edge and the edge here and mark it at the same on this side, and then I will cut it. So let's get our measuring device. We're going to measure. Oop, it's 11 o'clock. We're going to cut this spar in place, and then we'll be done with the stream today. So that's 79, that's 78 millimeters. 78 millimeters from this line. $78 millimeters from this line. $78. And we're going to measure twice. Cut once. We'll go back over here. Measure it again. And it's 78 millimeters. Okay, so now our last gasp of today is for me to go get the cutting saw, and cut that. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're going to cut it with this little hacksaw, and this isn't the best way to do it, but I should have it on my side over there with the clamp and everything, but we'll just try it like this. And be very careful. Here, let's put on the camera so you can see. And of course, with the carbon fiber spar, you have to be much more careful with the fibers and with your fingers and all that. Okay. This is where a vise would be good. We've almost got it. There we go. There we go. Nice clean cut too. So that's our cut, and we are streaming for 2 hours now at our workshop. Oh, why do I go over here? I still need this wood spar for the other part, so it's got to go here. So what can we say? Kevin, I'm glad you joined me. If you're still working, I hope you get all your work done. And number 6, I forgot the numbers. I will try to be back next week. I will be back next week. Not try. What did Yoda say? Try not. Do. Do or do not. So we will do the live stream Wednesday workshop, 9 p.m. Central Time next week, which I don't know what the date is. Today's the 18th, so that is the 23rd, I believe. The 23rd? And no, it's not the 23rd, it's the 25th. The 25th, I think. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, Kevin, Robert, and whoever else joined. Maybe one of these days I'll advertise this in the iNav Fixed Wing group and some other groups or something. I don't know. Should I? Should I not? I'm so nervous. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.